Hey guys, what up? It's Rep back at it with another video. Big news today. Clint Capela got traded to us, to the Hawks, for a big 4-team trade. I'm gonna have it probably right here on the screen for you guys to look over. We got Clint Capela and Nene we gave Minnesota Evan Turner and our protected first-round pick from Brooklyn. The Rockets got Robert Covington. I think that's it. There's a lot that I don't know too much about, but I read something. My brother sent me something where we traded Jeff Teague back in like 2015 for the Taurean Prince pick. We got Taurean Prince, traded him for Allen Crabbe and 2 first-round picks. And then we traded Allen Crabbe for Jeff Teague. Then we traded that first-round pick with our first-round picks that we had for DeAndre Hunter. Then we traded the other first-round pick we got in the Prince trade, plus Evan Turner for Clint Capela and Nene. So I feel like it was a long cycle, and it's funny that Teague just comes back in it. But I love this move. We needed a big man, but there's a lot of things that come up with this. I'm going to just talk. I'll probably have Clint Capela highlights right there too. The thing is, this edition is really good because we wanted a big man. We wanted Andre Drummond, and he was too expensive. He wanted too much, and we weren't going to pay him, which I wouldn't have paid him either because he's only inside, and his defense is lacking. Capela has great defense and a great inside presence. So I think he's not going to play for probably maybe another month or so with us, but I mean, this year's a wash. We thought we could be decent. We weren't. We're going to let him heal up. You can take the whole season to heal up and be ready next year for us to make a playoff run. I don't think we'll contend next year. I think it's 2 years away. But this is big. A big piece that you got Trey, you got your point guard for the future, and you got your center for the future. And I think DeAndre Hunter, Cam are going to start. And John, he is a tricky piece in this that I think. We didn't trade him. People thought we might have to, but here's my thing. He's due for an extension this offseason. So if we extend him, then we're keeping him. But if we don't extend him, we could see him being traded at the draft or during free agency for a player. And here's my big thing. James Wiseman's off the table for our draft pick. So it leaves Anthony Edwards and LaMelo Ball. Right now, I'm leaning towards LaMelo Ball. I know Anthony Edwards is more of a 2-guard, which I'd probably be who we pick. He has more time to develop and all, because he's younger. I think that might be who we're getting. I would rather get LaMelo Ball. But this is what leads into the tricky part. Capela will start. Trey will start. I think DeAndre and Cam will start next year. That leaves you either get rid of Kevin Huerter or he becomes a bench player. I think if we're a championship caliber team, he has to come in off the bench. Whether he likes it or not, he probably won't, but we need him coming off the bench to be a spark. Then it's whoever we draft. The first round next year will also come off the bench. So Huerter could get another year to start next year with whoever we draft coming off the bench, working their way into the flow of the NBA things, developing for a year, and then producing. Or you see John starting and Kevin on the bench, which I like. I would like to keep John, but they're so similar. I think he can space it more. But it'll be really interesting to see if we keep him or not in the next season or two. Next year, I think we'll be a playoff team, but I don't think we'll compete for a title. But 2 years, we're going to have our championship window, our championship window is probably about 5 years, and that'll decide the future of this franchise before people start having to get their money and we'll get out of there. So I'm extremely glad we made this move, but it really does shape up. Hey, if John Collins, we can get enough assets for him, he could be gone next year. Kevin Herter, if you can get some good assets for him, he's gone. And we're starting to get to the point where we're going to have too many good players to where we're going to have to get rid of them. Get rid of some of them because, I mean, you have a solid starting five now. And you still have Cam or DeAndre, one of them off the bench. Or Kevin, you have 6 really good players right now. And the bench depth is very bad. So next year, you could see us keeping Alex Lynn off the bench with Kevin Herter and whoever we draft. And that would make perfect sense to me. Then you're 7 deep, maybe 8 deep that can rotate in, which is what you need. Brandon Goodwin's been a solid backup, so you have about 9 guys you can sub in, which brings us depth. And I think after they get another year to develop and play great basketball, we will be title contenders. Playoff team next year, yes. I thought we would be this year, but we weren't. I mean, I think we were all too excited for it. But I think next year, we will make the playoffs. It's tough to compete with Giannis, but I think we can in 2 years. This is a rundown of what I think the future holds. I'm really happy we made this trade. Because it's a bigger defensive threat center who can rebound really good and score the ball. So, I mean, I'd love to see what the future holds. We're making great moves without giving up a lot for them. Until next time, peace.